Hello everyone, my name is Tan Chuan Hong. Nice to see you all again. Today I want to share about an interesting topic, and this may help you in your future. The topic is parents should not exert physical punishment to their children. Let's enjoy the movie first before I start my speech. So what feeling after you watching the video? Have you even been physical punishment by your parents? Do you think it is a better way to teach your child in the future? Now let's begin with how physical punishment will affect the children. According to Joseph Joubert, a French moralist and essayist, says that children need role models than critics. Many parents want to show a good discipline and attitude to their children. However, what they just think of is physical punishment. This punishment will make us hate someone who inflict it on us. In this speech, I will share my life experience of being punished by my parents when I was a kid. Today, I would like to persuade you all that parents should not exert physical punishment to their children because punishment makes children feel helpless and damage self-esteem, teach aggressive behavior to children, and destroy the relationship between parents and the children. First of all parents should not exert physical punishment to their children because punishment will cause the children feel helpless and damage self-esteem. If we try to correcting a child's behavior by using physical punishment, it may prevent the child from learning to resolve conflict effectively. According to Grace Marguerite Williams, says that some adopt corrective or disciplinary method may suffer emotional or verbal abuse, thereby damaging the children's self-esteem. Children realize that parents will use the punches to aggress, anger, and solve the problem when the adults lose their temper. For example, when I was a kid, if I saw my parents come with the right turn, I would admit my mistake on the spot because I was too afraid of being beaten by my parents. Therefore, I have learned nothing, although I realized that I was wrong. Besides that, we often hear some parents scold their children and call them useless children in public area. However, many passersby just walk away or stand by from a distance. Nobody wants to help the children, as it was other private affair. For example, I was still remember that when I was a kid in a supermarket, he was crying to his parents because he did not want to leave the toys area. After that, his father tended to shut him up by waking him in public area. Punishment not only can fix the child's bad behavior, but also will damage the child's self-esteem. The accumulation of fear, anger, and resentment will hurt the parent-child relationship, and children will never trust their parents again. To make the children have a good behavior, it may take time. Children need to observe and learn from others, those who are around them. Parents should also hear their voice because listening is very important. Sometimes it is important to pay attention to the time when the behavior is abnormal and regular, such as your child feels jealous. And besides, just try to let your child complete the story first before helping them solve the problem. Moving to the second point, parents should not exert physical punishment to their children because punishing teaches aggressive behavior to children. According to the book, The Overscheduled Child, says that many parents often use discipline as a way to correct the children's bad behavior. Spanking would definitely cause anxiety, helplessness, and anger and revenge. Just try something different. If punishment does not prevent bad behavior, there is no reason to continue doing so. I remember that I was quite stubborn when I was a kid. My parents know that spanking was not a way to teach me right or wrong. If I do not follow the rules, they will explain the consequences calmly and patiently. For example, my parents would tell me that if I do not pick up the toys, they will confiscate the toys for the rest of the day. Parents thought the punishment may correct the child's bad behavior, but obviously it caused the child to behave more aggressive. Sometimes children become aggressive because of being hit or being beaten. A child who can't say, "Don't do that" when his brother takes out his toy off his hand, may hit or beat to express his displeasure. A child who has no language ability to say, "I'm very angry now," may express his anger by kicking his mother. For example, if a child beats his mother because he is unwilling to buy the toys and his mother eventually scrums and takes his toys, then the child will know that beating is a good way to manipulate his mother. Moving to the third point. Parents should not exert physical punishment to their children because punishment will destroy the relationship between parents and children. According to Elizabeth Gershoff, a psychology professor at the University of Essex, says that parents does not need pain to learn. Parents need to respect their children and make them become unique individuals with different needs and desires. Sometimes punishment should be avoided. It is possible for parents to adopt a child-centered behavior and follow the wishes of their children, because cooperation requires the joint efforts of both parties. In this way, children will learn how to cooperate happily without having to worry about the motivation to be punished or rewarded. For example, my parents always have clear and consistent rules for me to follow. This will be sure to explain this rule in terms that I understand are age appropriate. My parents ask me to help establish the rules. Therefore, I will learn to set goals, compromise, and teamwork. In addition, I will more likely to follow this rule, afraid, and obey the rules. Parents also should clearly about expectations. Try to give children a chance to success by reminding them of their expectation. For example, my parents also always ask me to study hard and pass the exam with flying of colors. However, when I fail the exam, my parents will set a target for me instead of punishing me. Parents should try to reduce parent-child conflict as much as possible, and taking their children's concerns seriously does not reduce their burden. Praise the correct action. Don't just punish wrong behavior. Get into the habit of praising good decisions. In conclusion, I urge that all parents should not punish their children. Parents should talk lovingly with their children about violations and use love education to explain how to behave better. Therefore, parents did not isolated themselves from their children and isolated them from relatives, but instead established contact with the children and try to establish a warm and open communication relationship. All children sometimes misbehave and you need to step in and take immediately action. Don't expect this to be the best time to raise your children. However, make sure to maintain control and calm down, correct this situation.